how to build your own AI employees using Relevance AI, how I built them and how you can too. Roll the intro. Cool, thanks for rolling the intro. This video is going to have 3 parts. In the first part, we're going to go over the capabilities and functionalities and the ingredients of this multi-agent system rather. And then the second part is going to be the tutorial itself on how to build it. And the third part is going to be how this multi-agent system changed my life and how it's poised to change the world. Cool, so let's start with ingredients. The first ingredient you're going to need is Relevance AI. It is Google account with email and calendar. The last thing we're going to need is some patience because you will find out whether or not you really want to build this. Alright, moving on to functionality. So let's talk about this, right? We've built a multi-agent system that has complete control over our calendar, right? So I have the master agent on my phone here. Well, it's just Relevance AI, right? But I can talk to it. So I'm gonna talk to it and ask it to do something for me. So we have my calendar here and I'm gonna go, hey, can you please clear my schedule for the next 2 days? Now my schedule is fully cleared for the next 2 days, but I actually need that. So I'm gonna ask it to undo that. Can you undo the actions you just did and put everything back? Cool. While it works on that, let's get into the next use case, and that's emails, okay? Hi, can you please send me 5 different emails about good practices for health and how I can be a happier person? So we got tip 1. Stay hydrated. Drinking enough water throughout the day can improve your mood, energy levels, and overall health. Aim for at least 8 glasses a day. Thanks so much, Freddie, for the advice. I really appreciate that. Doing regular exercise activity, even just a daily walk, can enhance your physical and mental health. Aim for at least 30 minutes of exercise most days. How about that? Freddie has some incredible insights and helping me be a healthier person, so I really appreciate Freddie. What do you know about that, eh? Okay, now we've just gone over the capabilities. It has some more capabilities which I'm not going to show right now, but it can, look up LinkedIn's and give prospect details. It can look up URLs and scrape them and summarize them to me. I can use those to then send emails or do any of the other tasks that it can do. But yeah, that's the end of part 1. We're going to get into part 2, which is the tutorial. So let's do it. But you're going to start at Relevance AI. Okay, so you're going to go to relevanceai.com. And then you're going to log in. But if you don't have an account, then you should make one, man. All right. Log in here, and then you can see that we're in here. Yours will look different because you haven't set up anything, unless you have. But here we are. Okay, so I have multiple folders here, but this is the personal agent, and these are all the agents that we're going to make. But I'm going to do it all for you right in front of you so that you know how to do it. Okay. Once you are here, you're going to click agents and you're going to go for new agent, okay? And you're going to go build from scratch and we're going to give him a name. We're going to call this guy Anton. Shout out Silicon Valley if you remember that. He is the master agent, so you can call him that. And I'm going to put some nice exclamation points so that I remember which one it is because, well, I don't want to get confused. Cool. Move that over here. Bring it down in here. So now you can see that I have put all the descriptions and the prompts right here, and you can just pause the video and then pause the video, learn it, understand it, dictate it back to yourself, and then get it for yourself. But yeah, we're going to take this one, which is the description of Anton. We're going to put it in here. It basically says Anton is an executive AI agent responsible for the oversight of both Mike and Freddie. So yeah. Then you're going to take the prompt from I'm going to take the prompt from this guy and chuck it into Anton as well. You can see under here, we have a tool that we want Anton to have, but these words are not good enough. You can't just have these words and have it understand. You need to actually map it. So we're going to add that tool. We want him to be able to summarize URLs. So we're going to look up that tool, extract and summarize website content, and then we're going to add that tool. And now after we do that, we can see that the tool is right here. Then we go to the tools, we delete this text, and we replace it with, by hitting /, it'll trigger this menu and you can now access your tools. This way you've actually mapped it so that the prompt is giving the agent the understanding that it's used this tool and when to use it as well. So that's why we do it. And this prompt you can read is clearly about, it's about how Anton is really the boss of the other two agents. So we've just made the master agent. And if you look specifically at the quote, you'll see something called Big Bertha with voice flow. That's because I am currently trying to give Anton the ability to speak through a different agent called Big Bertha. So Big Bertha will be the big boss, and then Anton will be the subordinate. And then Anton will have two subordinates. But that Big Bertha can talk, and I'm trying to set that up, but that's for the future. Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, so after we've set up Anton and given him a tool and mapped it, we're going to go back. We're going to save the changes, and you can see Anton is now there. I like to make a folder and give it a name, whatever you want, and then put Anton into that folder. Now we're going to make his subordinates. So this guy is in charge of emails, and his name is going to be Freddie. And he also is going to have lots of exclamation points. God, English is tough sometimes, man. You know how it is. Okay, copy and paste this description in, which says that Freddie's an intelligent email management agent designed to handle all Gmail tasks. He can read them, he can send them, he can draft replies based on the email that it received. He's a smart guy, and he's capable as well. So we're gonna chuck Freddie's prompt in, and then we're going to see, basically use your common sense, right? So if it says monitor incoming emails and it says the tools get unread emails from Gmail, you know that you need to add the tool get unread emails. Get unread emails from Gmail. And then we're going to add that tool. And then we are going to map it. Okay, and then we put it down and we map it. In order for these tools to work, you need to sign in to a Google account that you want the emails to be coming from, or the email box that you're trying to manage or whatnot. So then when we save the changes, that error code will no longer be there, and you can go back into Freddie and you can see that it's perfectly mapped and the tool is here. When you're done completely, it should look like something like my other Freddie, the Freddie that I use in my actual system, which has it all mapped. You can see this one is mapped, this one is mapped, and this one is mapped, this one is mapped. Okay, and it has all these tools. So you're gonna use the same prompt, but you're gonna make sure that your final product looks like this. Freddie, the email manager, the one that is at my actual system. Put Freddie into your folder, and you can see now we have Anton and Freddie in that folder, and we're gonna make the third agent, and we're gonna call this guy Mike. All right, so Mike is gonna go here, and we're gonna put exclamation pointage there as well. And we're gonna put in his description, which is Mike is an AI agent dedicated to managing all calendar tasks. So Mike is the one that did all of that stuff to my calendar earlier in this video. Here we go. Grab his prompt and chuck it in there. Okay, and again, using common sense, you can see create new event, tool unknown reference. You would want to get rid of that and put in a tool that has not been attached yet to Mike. So again, we need to add these tools to Mike, right? So we're going to do create a meeting event, add the tool, and then we're gonna also need to sign in, right? Now the tool works, it's all done. Now we can link it because now it's there. And now you can see how the create event section has the efficiency tip, the action, and the tool needed. And so now it knows when to use the tool, how to use it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, save those changes and then put them in there. For Mike, he should look like my actual mic that I use. When it's finished, it should look like this with all the tools. These are the tools that you want to add to mic, and then these are the ones you want to map all of them using the same prompt. Okay. Then you go back, you can see that we have our 3 agents set up, not fully myself because I've already done them here, but again, this is what you're going to want to do when you're building the system at the end. Now that you have, once you're at this point and you have all of your agents set up and they have all their tools, the prompts is good, everything's mapped, then you're going to go to workforce, and then you're going to hit new workforce, and then you're going to grab agent, and you're going to put in Anton the master, and you're going to link it to the manual message, which means that when you hit run, you're going to be talking to Anton, who will be talking to the other ones. And how would we set that up? We put another agent in there, and we put it to Freddie, and now Anton officially can talk to Freddie. And then you grab this agent, and you grab Mike, and you also give Anton the access to instruct Mike. Then save changes and go to run, and put in your prompts and have fun. Yeah, in order to remember things, I like to write it down. So my calendar typically looks like this. Sometimes I write it down, but then I don't have a digital version of that. And so if I'm not with my notebook at the time, say I'm at a bar and I want to remember what I have going on the next day, or exact times for certain things like this, I could make this on my calendar to remember it better, but then I could just speak it into existence and have a digital version of it. And I am going to be doing that. So that's how I do things now. I've built this agent in the last couple of days. So if you want to come up to me and ask me how it's going and how I use this agent now, that'd be great, because I plan on never inputting another Google Calendar event into my calendar again. I can coordinate meetings through this agent. So yeah, if I'm in a meeting and I'm having a conversation with somebody and we decide we're going to meet at 3 p.m. on Friday next week or something like that, I don't want to forget right away. I'm going to pick up my phone, I'm going to talk to Anton, and Anton's going to call Mike and get that meeting squared away and send an email right to that person, so that we're both on the same page and we don't forget and we're all set. And I can use that time that I would have been doing the setup and writing that email for other stuff that's more important than that. Yeah, hell yeah. Basically, if I can do it, you can do it. I started learning 4 weeks ago, so if you want to build your own AI agents, do not feel the pressure, or don't feel like you can't do it, because I can do it, and that means you can do it. So if this video helped you, or you're watching it at this point, then you probably really are interested in building AI agents. And just shoot me a message and we can talk. Much love.